and Mr. Ray.
Well, I'm a little older, so my story's going to take a lot longer. So I hope you don't mind.
Does.
Always does. Thanks, Rick. Well, I've always been fascinated. I mean, as a kid, I was always fascinated by politics. My dad was in the Foreign Service, so I grew up in. I was born in a log embassy, so I lived with that. Spent a lot of time listening to my dad, going to work with my dad, and getting very engaged in political things as a result of that. Was very involved in, I was talking, Rebecca was talking about saying her school project was on Algeria. I remember when I was in grade 4, slightly different ages, I used to do a class presentation every day, bringing people up to date on the fight for Algerian independence, which people thought was really weird, and nobody wanted to talk to me after that. I was in high school very active in debating and very active in student politics and student stuff, carried on the same way in university, and then got involved in community action when I was out of university at a housing and legal aid center. Came back to Canada, to Toronto, and went to law school. Got involved working with the United Steelworkers, which is a wonderful experience, and then started doing a lot of legal aid in the East End of Toronto. And the guy who'd been the MP phoned me up one night and said, "I've just been made a judge, and would you like to think about running for the nomination?" So I did at a fairly young age, and found that really it was a wonderful way to combine. I mean, being an MP, what I really love about it, and I'm back at it now after having been away for quite a time, is that you're able to combine, going in, listening to people, hearing about their problems, listening to how people are actually living, what the challenges that they're facing, the situations they find themselves in, and then, being in Ottawa and dealing with sort of, the national political scene and trying to put it in some perspective, and now even more and more in my work doing the international stuff that I do. I also think it's very important to realize that politics is not all about elections. It's not just electoral. It's not about being a member of Parliament. When I was out of politics, thanks to all of you for quite a while, well, I want to thank you. You named a day after me, so it's actually more than just one day. So I found I was able to serve in a whole variety of ways in my community, which I was very active in, and in my law firm, which I really enjoyed, and in doing a number of public service things for different governments that wanted to put me to work. And I think when you're talking, I agree with everybody. This is a fantastic project. We really have to do something. We have to do something to engage young people in politics, in community participation in some sense, in public life, in the political thing, the political arena. And this engagement is really worrisome, and it affects the whole of our society in some respects. And we can talk about why and how politics has become corroded, and I'll have to do that as soon as Alison lets me speak again. But
there's a question.
The main thing is that this is where we have to get the kids from age 14, 15 on, even younger, but we certainly have to get them there, and high school is the place where it starts. And I think this is such an important project. So I'm happy to be involved in it. Thank you.
Thank you. And we now, and thank you for everyone for staying exactly on time.